What? No, I was... God damn it. I was going to tell you what were your overall thoughts on the episode?
I thought it was really good.
I thought it was awesome.
Pretty good.
First off, I liked it. It was good.
The premiere solidified my excitement for Season 5. I could not be happier to see that the show's still got it.
Best season premiere in the history of the show.
I barely remember any of it, even though I just watched it.
Once again, I felt like we were seeing growths in the animation, and we see that they're starting to take on some more challenging type of topics.
It's pretty good.
It was a very different approach compared to the other season premieres and finales.
I like everything, so,
creepy. Like, and legitimately creepy. There have been some kind of creepy, weird episodes before. The propaganda and the, like, brainwashing, that hit a little close to home.
Shoves the season into a direction that we can kind of now see.
This one's a bit more complicated with the equality thing, and by being special, it makes other people feel inadequate.
There's 24 more episodes of who knows what they're going to hit us with.
Kind of cool to learn that Rainbow Dash could fly. It would have been nice to know that back in Season 1, but whatever.
I've been to some places, man. In my time, in my day. And that stuff's real. That brainwashing, and that propaganda, and it's creepy because there are people that live like that in the world that literally have no perspective.
What did you like about the episode?
I liked how the episode actually made you care about these side characters that had just been introduced in this first episode.
The animation was one of the biggest things I took note of when I first saw this at BabsCon, because I was watching it at BabsCon.
I liked that it was unique. I liked that it had a different kind of story.
I guess I'd have to say it's the part that I wrote.
Animation off the bat. I love the animation. The facial expressions, and just great, man. It's just great.
It seemed like the episode really went out of its way to introduce new concepts and ideas, and not just rehash the same old premiere cliches.
I like how the villain was sort of subdued and simple, while, like, in other episodes, it's usually like, I'm this big evil bad, and
I can guarantee you, within like a month, all of those characters, Double Diamond, Party Favor, that one flying Pegasus, that one blue Pegasus that looked like it was from Dusk's Dawn, all of them are going to have Tumblr Ask blogs by the end of the month.
I loved Double Diamond Race. Such an awesome character.
I said ask, not ass. Probably ass blogs too, just, you know, a blog about their ass.
I mean, there was a villain, but she wasn't like some Tyrek or Discord who had like amazing powers. It was more like her power was the power of brainwashing people, which kind of makes it very surreal.
The expressions, Pinkie Pie specifically, her expressions won me over in this. So Pinkie Pie was a lot of fun in this episode.
I like get over the top when I like mimic him, but well, it's just so cool. Yeah, I love it.
This episode I thought was one of her stronger ones.
Also, I liked how, like, delightfully out of character Pinkie Pie was. Like, she was actually angry she was actually suspicious of Smiles. That's, like, about as out of character as she can possibly be.
What did you dislike about the
I
episode?
think his favorite part would be the part that I didn't write.
In past reacts, we've done what do you dislike about this episode, but this one specifically, I'm like, sitting here thinking, like, what did I dislike about this episode?
The main six were kind of on the back burner, which, like, isn't a huge complaint.
I know Double Diamond's, like, sort of role switched. It was weird. He was sort of, like, spying when Starlight Glimmer wasn't there, but then at the very end, he just sort of switched immediately with everybody else being like, oh, we want our cutie marks back. And that's sort of weird, because, like, they sort of all... And, like, but I thought there were, like, two factions. There was the secret underground rebels, and there's the upper with Double Diamond and Starlight Glimmer. That didn't happen. It was just Starlight Glimmer. Screw Starlight Glimmer. She's a stupid head.
What didn't I like about the episode? Well, we saw muffins, but no muffin horse.
I want to clarify that this isn't necessarily a dislike, but it feels like there are still a lot of questions that went unanswered in this episode. Specifically, how this pony Starlight Glimmer had the power to just yank off people's cutie marks, like it was purely just her ability to do that.
We're introduced to a bunch of new characters who we'll probably not be seeing ever again, or at least if we do, it'll be one-shot times. But the background characters like Mr. Welcome to our village, and Double D Pony Horse Guy, they're the ones who kind of stepped in and did the work. I mean, all the main six really did was throw a bucket of water at her.
I mean, was that just through studying, or was that part of her special talent?
Tyrek was defeated in a giant laser battle. Discord was blown away by a rainbow power laser beam. Same thing, Chrysalis got blown away by the power of love. And then for this chick, she got a bucket of water dumped on her.
It just felt funny how they literally were just like, see you, Spike. But that's not a big deal to me.
She got kind of splashed by a drip of water. That's how she was defeated. Let it soak in. No pun intended. Let it soak in.
The propaganda and the brainwashing. I want to like that they had that in there because, and I respect them for it, and I respect the episode for it, and addressing that subject. But it was too real for me. It's actually like legitimately kind of creepy and weird. And I didn't really know how to react, which is a shame because this is Bronies React, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, ACRacebest here.
Well, from my perspective, the pacing could have been a bit better, and the side characters could have been more developed, and... Seriously, if you have anything bad to say about this premiere, you're a f***ing asshole.
Do you like the direction the show appears to be going this season? Yeah, I mean, if it means that we're going to be kind of hitting more social topics, I mean, talk about opening up a whole new world of dilemma and problems that the ponies can tackle.
The path that the show's on leads to the death of Starlight Glimmer, then I am all for it.
I feel like for the last few seasons, there's been like almost an underlying story arc, which people are like, well, duh.
Kind of more mature type of topics.
This one's about the map, and it's like a map from Skyrim, where it's like, where's our quest today? Let's fast travel over to it by using the train.
We straight up had a 1984 reference in this one.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I don't think every episode is going to be about solving problems in different parts of the world, but it could continue on through many seasons with this theme, and is good. It gives them the opportunity to make new towns, new characters, new people. Like, it really does open up the possibilities without kind of destroying the integrity of the show as it exists now.
These are more adult topics that are being hit upon, and I think it's very important for kids to experience this type of stuff through this type of medium.
It's not randomly popping up like, oh, let's go beat up Trixie, or let's go, I don't know, babysit the Cake's kids or whatever, and somehow learn a lesson.
Kind of opens your eyes to this, and I'm sure a lot of youngsters that are going to watch this episode might, once they're in high school, all of a sudden go, this was just like that My Little Pony episode. If they remember it, they're going to be like, wait a minute.
Now it's like, no, okay, today's mission is stop a civil war from breaking out.
Well, I actually know.
It's important to hit topics like these.
But I don't think I'm going to answer.
Hear the importance of being different, the importance of being yourself.
There's a couple episodes coming up with some parts that I think are kind of cool. Hopefully you will too.
Yes, Northeast is my favorite direction.
Some stuff I'm not so crazy about. Maybe you'll like that. Maybe you won't.
Both going to be entertaining for kids and the older audience alike.
If there's more episodes based on this map, they're going to be contained in one episode. That's going to be messy. Oh boy, where's the map taking us next time? This way. We are not going over there. We are now there. Hello, we've got a cutie mark problem. How do we fix it? The friendship. We've got that in bountiful amounts. And that's the episode.
Who was your favorite new character?
I know this sounds like a joke, but the voices, the disembodied voices, that was one of the last things I put in the script. And it really added something to the whole ethos of the place. And it was really fun to write those. There's a few more that didn't quite make it in, but I wrote a whole bunch of those brainwashy kind of lines, so I like those.
Now, despite the fact that GM Barrow is absolutely convinced that I am Double Diamond, that is my OC in the show, I'm actually going to say Party Favors. Party Favors for me, again, at BabsCon, won me over just from the visual gags of this pony that can literally just produce these balloon things.
Black Rainbow Dash. Is that racist?
It cracked me up the way they used this character. Party Favors. is my favorite new character.
The character with the cowboy hat.
Probably Starlight. I don't think the show has ever had an antagonist with that much moral ambiguity.
She had the apples for her cutie mark.
I don't think I have a new favorite character, but I do have a new least favorite character.
Yes. The green pony. Just kidding, man. Double Diamond. Really? Dude, he's just on it now, man. He's so cool. So cool.
Overall, how would you rate the season 5 premiere?
Have you not been listening to a single word I've said so far?
Where the season 4 finale lacked nowhere in the action department, this one I felt was so solid in the story.
I would give it a solid 8 out of 10.
I loved it, I really did, and I'd say I loved it as much, if not maybe even a little bit more than the season 4 finale. I think the reason is because I'm still struggling to think of anything I didn't really like about this episode.
I try not to be overcritical because it's just, I'm not to belittle it at the same time, but it's still just a cartoon show.
I rate this episode 4 out of 5 Fluttershy trading cards.
I rate it cutie mark out of butt.
I give it 5 thumbs up out of 7 Starlight Shimmers. Specify the rating system, man!
Probably a 9 out of 10. And the only spot where it's lacking on the 10 out of 10 for me is just like the action sequences from the season 4 finale that literally had me jumping out of my seat going, holy cow, I cannot believe that we're watching this right now, that this is happening in My Little Pony.
Perspective on life is still the same. Why didn't the premiere change everything I think? Why do I not have a new philosophical point of view on life?
But there weren't a lot of moments where I was like, no way, and just like flipping out about it. So that's really, I mean, and that's that's that. It's not necessary to have in every episode or in every premiere or finale.
7 out of 10.
I like that the villain was like, screw you guys, I'm not listening, because we've already had like the villain turned good with Sunset Shimmer, where this villain was like, no.
It had a very different storyline, as I said. It had this brainwashing village, which, who would have thought an episode of My Little Pony would ever have that?
Did you guys see the movie Into the Woods? It was kind of like that. I liked it, but I felt like it didn't really expand beyond that creepy tiny town. And I'm a visuals guy. That's one reason I loved Avatar, even though the plot was basically Dances with Wolves meets Pocahontas.
I appreciate villains who stand their ground. I like what they did with Sunset Shimmer, but I'm glad that we didn't once again have a pony go, okay.
Villages that are borderline communistic, which I'm sure I'm getting that political ideology screwed up. Somebody right now is screaming, saying, it's not communism, it's blah 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 instead. But whatever, you're nerds.
Can't always have that. You need to have different type of scenarios like this one, because otherwise you're always going to kind of get an idea of this is how the outcome's going to be. Did we expect them to succeed? Yes. Did we expect the villain to conform to friendship? Most of us probably did. I did.
This episode was kind of dreary and dark and creepy and very reminiscent to the military, honestly, I gotta say. Especially when I was still in special operations, everything was just cold and concrete and barracks and tents and just, it was all that all the time, and kind of reminded me of that. So kind of, I don't know, that didn't give me the feel-good, like, happy feeling that I usually get from the show. So I don't know, man.
Some funny jokes, some funny faces, different story, and it sets the board for season 5. So good job, MLP staff. You all are doing excellent. All you gotta do is fire M.A. Larson, and then I think you guys are on the road to a perfect season.
But the episode was deep and thought-provoking, which I appreciate, even if it creeps me out. So I'd say 4 out of 5. Yeah, 4 out of 5. Give 4.
Thanks for having me, guys. I hope I reacted a little bit, and hope you enjoyed the episode, and hope you enjoy anything else you may feel inclined to go buy after you watch this video at any major bookstore or online or anywhere, really.
Larson, I'm watching you. Ouch. Ouch.
one with a casual start. That's... Ow!
Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Hello, Bracy Breakfast, Sir Grace Breakfast.
But at least you're terrible. I bumped the table. Oh!
Oh, well, that sucks.
Ouch.